Hey, how you doing? Brian Cain, creator of the Mental Performance Mastery Certification and the 30 Days to Mental Performance Mastery for Athletes program. And I wanted to share with you today as I prepare for Ironman Arizona 70.3 here in 2 days, I wanted to share with you just some of the mindsets that I'm taking with me into this race. And the first one is to simply focus on the next 200 feet. And that doesn't only apply to triathlon or ultra endurance running, it applies to life too. You see, if we were to drive a car, say from Burlington, Vermont, where I spent a good years of my life, I should say, out to Scottsdale, Arizona, where I live now, if we were to drive across the country and it was completely dark outside, well, we couldn't see all the way from Vermont to Arizona. All you would see is that next 200 feet of the road, and that's all you have to do if you want to drive across the country, or that's all you have to do if you want to finish an ultra endurance event, or you want to start your own business, or you want to change your life and go from where you are to where you can be. You want to close that gap of what you're doing and what you're capable of doing. It's simply about focusing on the next 200 feet. You see, that's what the headlights let you see as you drive across country. They don't let you see all the way to the destination. They just let you see that next step. And that's the key, at least in my experience with 3 Ironmans and a 100-mile race, is to just stay focused on the next step, stay focused on the next 200 feet. And during this pandemic and during the crazy times in our country here in the United States, I think that's the key for you, is identify what's your number one goal, what's your MIT, your most important task, the thing that you want to get done and you want to move as far ahead as you can here in Q4 of 2020, and then simply move it the next 200 feet. Right? If you think about running the race, that's too long. Get to the next light pole. If you think about finishing the project that you want to start or the book that you're running, that can be too overwhelming. Just get it started. So focus on the next 200 feet and understand that it's the start that stops most people. As I reflect back on the last 10 weeks of my training program leading up to this race, I would say the hardest thing about a swim, a bike, or a run is getting started. The hardest thing about swimming is just getting in the pool. Getting to the pool. The hardest thing about running is putting your shoes on. So don't let the start stop you. Make it so easy and so convenient for you that you can get it going. I think the other thing that becomes key, and the third piece I wanted to share with you today after the next 200 foot focus and after it's the start that stops most people, is a concept I have been sharing a lot on social media lately called sweat before screens. And sweat before screens is you will get the majority of your best workout in before you get in front of a camera, in front of a cell phone, in front of a computer, in front of a TV. The morning is a key time. I think it's the best time for you to start to work on those fitness goals and start to work on any goal that you have. If it's writing a book, do it in the morning. If it's creating a website or a product that you're trying to launch, do it in the morning. Do it first thing in the morning when you get up before everybody else, because I know if you're watching this video, once you get up and it becomes that earlier part of the day when everyone else is up, you know what they're going to do? They're going to start pulling at you. For me, it's about 9 o'clock Pacific, which means, guess what? It's noon on the East Coast. People want my attention. They want answers. They're starting to pull at you. So I've got to get up early and I've got to sweat before screens, meaning I got to get my workout gear on and get my workout in before cameras, cell phones, computers, TVs. Otherwise, I don't get it done because I love what I do and I get pulled into it. I pull myself into it because you're either in or you're into. That's the fourth take home today. You're either in or you're into. And I want you to be into your biggest goals for the rest of Q4 2020. And to help you be into, stick with me here on social media. Head over to briancain.com. Check out my coach's certification. If you're a coach, check out my athletes program. If you're an athlete, I want to help you not just be in mental performance or in performance. I want you to be into. That's the difference. Not in, into. So focus on the next 200 feet. Don't let the start stop you. Sweat before screens. Take care of that biggest project, that most important task before you get too far into your day in front of technology. And don't just be in, be into. I can't wait to get into this race this weekend. I'm excited for it. Dominate the day.